What's up, everyone? Hello. Adam and Ashley Reeker here. We are just getting some things shared out on the Facebooks and just want to welcome all of you here today. Guys, we're coming to you live from our living room. It's gorgeous out here in Omaha, Nebraska, and we're so excited to join you here today. Are you excited, babe?
Oh, I'm extremely excited.
No. Guys, we are so excited here today.
I want to share this out to the right places. And so Facebook changes their things all the time.
Oh, good. It's totally fine.
So I want to go ahead and share this out to a really awesome guy's page. And it's being weird here. So I want to make sure I can share it out there.
How about you let me help and you can kick us off?
All right, guys. So anyways, this is the funny thing about Facebook. Sometimes they just totally change how you can do things. And I was just on my YouTube channel and they totally changed how you could do things too, like 5 minutes ago. So this is what's really cool. This is what we're excited about. If you want to share that out to Justin Moore on his business page, that is what we're going to start with, because we get to intro you guys to one of the newest members and newest partners of 3LE Team Global. Okay. Now, when we intro you guys to people that Ashley and I work with personally, I want you to listen to their story, okay? I want you to hear from their heart, because they are such awesome people. And the people that find 3LE Team and find what we do, they tend to be on a different level, okay? And I don't know why that is. It's not because of anything Ashley and I have done. I mean, you're talking to two college dropouts right now that had a dream, okay? Yeah. And when we had that dream, we wanted to go make it happen. Okay, so we didn't always have the vehicle to make that happen. We just literally wanted to go do something with our lives that was a little bit different from the rest of the world. All right. And so we started that journey about 15 years ago. And today we get to partner with the most amazing people. And I didn't know that anybody else had the same dream as I did. And as it turns out, most of the world has the same dream or the same desire to be able to be their own person, to be able to make a living outside of being an employee, okay, and to impact and inspire other people. So I'm excited for everybody to get to meet Justin today, and I want to make sure we're shared out to all the right places, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, we're so excited to be here, and what we're going to talk to you a little bit about today is about something that is very near and dear to Adam and I's hearts, and that is the 3LE Team. Now, we build a business, a home-based business from our home via the globe. Probably, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we didn't even know Justin. Justin was a complete stranger to us, but by the power of what we teach within our system, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 3LE Team. We're going to let you get to know Justin. We want to bring him on here in just a minute, because this is his launch. He is launching his business. He is literally flipping his open sign today. And with that being said, you're so good at multitasking. I love it.
I love it too. I'm good at it.
He's launching his business today, and we could not be more excited for him. So we want to bring him on, and we want to let him talk to you about kind of why he made a decision to partner with 3LE Team, why he made a decision to partner with the company that 3LE Team has hinged our literal wagon to in Jeunesse Global. And what I love about being able to build a business like this and empower people to go out and understand how to reach other people throughout the globe. Justin comes from a similar background to Adam and I. A little spoiler, I'm not going to give you too much of the meat and potatoes, but we come from prior businesses where we built strictly offline, and we had to go shake hands. We had to go meet strangers, gasp. And I can't even imagine that business model right now, given the fact that we're all supposed to stay like 6 feet apart from each other and all this craziness too. So
why isn't it 5 or 7 foot? Why is it got to be 6?
I don't know, babe.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe it's 3 foot. Maybe his name's Greg. Nothing makes any sense anymore. All right, if you guys are ready to have some fun and kind of learn about what 3LE Team does and why we partner with people like this and why they partner with us, we're going to get into it right now. So I could not be more excited to introduce Justin Moore, the man, the myth, not a legend anymore. He's a real guy.
Yeah. Well, great to be here. How's it going, everyone?
Oh, dude, I'm just pumped to have you. We're doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Just excited to get launched and get going. It's a great day here in Topeka, Kansas. So it's a little warm, but it's been a productive day, and so I'm excited to get started. So
I love it. These Midwesterners just coming out and building business. Like, you're to our south, and so many people are like, where's Nebraska, or where's I feel like Kansas is a bit more prominent, but it's all good. So Justin, folks that are checking this out for the first time, whether they're watching this live or they're catching the replay, I want to give you the stage. I want you to talk a little bit about who you are, because you have a really interesting story. Just like what you do in your full time, and really just kind of take people through this process. Like, tell us about Justin Moore.
Yeah, well, in my full-time gig, I'm a elementary school principal. So in the world of pandemic land, if you will, it's an interesting time to be in that role. But I have a passion for leadership, so I'm really thankful that and humbled that I have the opportunity to lead the group of people I do. That's my plan A. I've been in education for 10 years, been coaching. I've coached before, taught middle school English, taught 5th grade. It's just been an awesome, I mean, I love it. I love kids and I love people. So it's been a great blessing and tremendous opportunities for me to be able to do those things. From a marketing standpoint, or network marketing standpoint, my background is kind of what you had talked about. Actually, it's offline. Used to just kind of the offline, shaking people's hands and things like that. And so as we moved into this world of COVID-19, I started to see more value in everything being streamlined online, and not just content, but also the way that you connect with people and market with people. And I should also mention the little guy in the back there is my son, Bennett. So that's my number one plan A, B, C through Z job, is being a dad. And I couldn't be more just proud of that. I tell you, it's just, it's awesome. So if you see him hopping in, he's probably grabbing some ice cream. So second ice cream. So, but we'll let it
one. Yeah. That drumstick was delightful earlier.
We'll take one over here, okay?
Yeah, we'll send it. So,
thank you.
And that kind of, I think that, now I kind of lost my train of thought, but offline marketing, streamlining online. So I saw value in not just content or being able to order products online, because let's be honest, that's been around for a minute. But how do you meet people online? How is the way you prospect, if you will, automated? And so connecting with Adam and Ashley kind of opened my eyes to that. And again, it's not to speak negative of that idea, but I think that in a realistic sense, I think that if people on this are being honest with themselves, guys, it's 2020, so things are online. And if you're not online, you're probably not in line with what's going on. So that's kind of my story. I mean, there's a lot more to it. Grew up in Pennsylvania for 14 years. I mean, it's just, but I'm in Kansas since I was 14. I mean, sports are my background. I love competition. So, but I also see value in people. And I think the thing that, again, even if you're talking about automation, I'll end with this first part with this, is that connecting with Adam and Ashley and the team is so important, because even in an automated world where you're digitally prospecting with people, it's still about people. And the greatest investment you can make is two things, is in yourself and in other people. And I see that in the 3LE team big time. So that's a nutshell version. Can get deeper some other time, but that's
man. Well, Justin, I appreciate that. And when we first connected, we did happen to meet online. In fact, we met on a place called YouTube, believe it or not. It's amazing. The number one search engine, the number one, like, where all the information is Google, and Google happens to own this thing called YouTube. And there's a lot of people that want to build a business of some kind that are afraid of this thing called Google, or they're afraid of this thing called YouTube, because they don't understand it. And so what we teach within 3LE team, and I think this is something that you're going to be so awesome about, is how you go tell people who you are sitting in your house. Okay, you could have slippers on right now if you wanted to, and offering people the opportunity to become self-employed. And there's a million opportunities to become self-employed that don't work out. The thing about 3LE team that we've already talked about was the trifecta: the right team, the right system, and the right opportunity, right? So if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit, and you can just whatever you have here, all right? Because this guy's going to build a big business team, and anybody that's on his team is blessed to be on his team and have him as a coach and mentor. When did you first find this industry, and what did that look like? Because it's a whole bunch different when you found it than what we're doing today, right? Sure.
I found the industry as a whole. I found it probably 7 years ago. So it's been probably about 7 years, kind of in and out, if you will, from those things, but just kind of always searching. I see tremendous amount of value in network marketing in general, because I think that people want to own their own business. We live in America, the world of free enterprise. But within network marketing, there's also low overhead. And I think that's, from a practical standpoint, also extremely important. But also this idea that you can work on a part-time plan B basis and build something of significance. And I think that, the significance is sitting right there eating a banana in the chair right now, right? With ice cream dripping on his face, right? That's your why. And so your plan A is great. And I think that anybody that has integrity and character, you should be great at your plan A and you should rock at it, but also have enough wherewithal to understand that, your Social Security, your pension, all that stuff, like you've got to build something on the side. And really, when you start to build network marketing and really look at it, that's where a lot of this financial independence can come from. But it also is streamlining now, and it's more relevant online. It's not the ability that we can do this right now and not in a coffee shop and not spend $15 and have it as an expense on our taxes, and we can just talk to each other is so much more valuable, I think, and so much more personable too, to just that just makes sense in the 21st century. So
exactly. And Justin, what I love about you is you represent, I think we can all be candid about this. Like, the industry we're in doesn't always have the best image. There's this perception that exists of having a business online and being in this industry that's like, oh, it's got to be this thing, and you just want to make money overnight. You are very humble about this. You're a professional. Like, you are a principal. So you have not just we're college dropouts. We're also professionals. Like, I have a background in corporate America. Adam owns a traditional business.
Right.
Like, there are a caliber of people that see the value in this industry. And you touched on something about being, it's low risk. You don't have to have $1 million to invest like you need to for, a McDonald's franchise. And then you don't need to wait 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in order to see a return. So you saw something early on, even being highly educated and working in education, that you're like, and you're an amazing principal. Guys, we got to talk to Justin yesterday about his first week back.
You guys have no idea how awesome this dude is. Like, I would be like dragging myself to the computer right now if I just did the week that Justin just did. Because we talked a couple of times. We talked before the week started. We talked Thursday. This is a leader.
Yep.
This is a leader in a situation that the world's never seen before. And it's pretty unique.
So, Justin, I've got to ask you, you've been in this industry for a bit of time.
Sure.
What are some of the lessons, or one or two lessons that you've taken from it thus far that you're going to bring into your business now?
Well, I think that even from a educated standpoint, if you're educated, doesn't mean that you've developed yourself personally. So I think that the personal development piece of network marketing is huge, right? Like, so, I mean, just because, and as someone who is in education and has degrees and all that jazz, I'm also not naive to the fact that doesn't mean equate in our world today and in America that you're going to make a lot of money. So I see value in both those things. So that's one of the lessons I learned. Without the professional or the personal development piece, I mean, that's huge. We just planned out, however many hours of professional development for our teachers, and I wish we would have, spent half those on personal development, because that's really at the core how you have empathy and how you deal with kids and how you deal with other people, right? And so that's one of the lessons I've learned within network marketing. And then one of the other lessons I've learned that's a negative and a positive is I've learned that I want a business that fits into the life that I have, and not my life that fits into a business, to where I say yes to my kids' t-ball game and I say yes to the business, right? And some of you guys might be out there and relate to this and say that this is crazy. Like, I'm being told that I can't go to my brother's wedding, or my grandma's in the hospital, but I should go to this business meeting or whatever. Like, that doesn't have to be that way. You can absolutely love your family, love your friends, and build a business because you want to bless them and still spend time with them, because people spell love T-I-M-E, right? Like, it's all about time. And so that's one of probably the core lessons, the two that I've learned. And the second one being probably a wake-up call in the last 6 months to years. Like, I don't need to ostracize family and friends to build something of significance. In fact, why don't we take them on the ride with me? So,
amen. You guys, he just sprinkled like 2,000 golden nuggets. So anybody that's listening to this thing, he just said some stuff that if you're on this team and you're building, I hope you were taking notes on, because that was pretty cool, And first time that we connected, Justin, I knew that was the person that you were, and it's why I wanted to partner. And it's why I wanted to show you 3LE team, the right team, the right company, the right system. But so many people say, man, you have to have the right company, team, system. But there's something to be said about partnering with the right people. Here's what I know. If people join Justin within what he's doing online, you're automatically going to have a giant leap forward over the rest of the world because of the mentorship that you're going to get. Okay, he's no stranger to this industry. He's no stranger to the profession. And he's been doing a leadership role for a long, long time in difficult, like talk about rough waters that the world's in right now. What are people looking for? They're looking for a way, but they're looking for a leader. Okay, and the leaders go right through the rough waves, and they pull people with them. They take them with them. They build a boat. They say, "Hey, hop on. I'll get you there, and I'll teach you how to do the same thing."
Yep.
Right? So, man, thank you so much. That was pretty awesome stuff that you just talked about there, and we're just gonna keep talking about some stuff and having a conversation here, if that's okay with you.
Let's do it. That's good.
So Justin, for you, I mean, you did some research here, right? Like, obviously you found us on YouTube. YouTube is one of the ways that we teach within the 3LE team system. So one thing I do want to touch on, and then I want to ask you a question here. Adam talked about the trifecta. We talk about the right team. You just partnered with 3LE team, but you yourself, you own your business. You have got Justin Moore out online, and you said, "Hey, I'm open for business. I've got 3LE team as a support mechanism, as a resource behind me." The second part of the trifecta we talk about is the system. And so many people are like, well, what does that mean exactly, right? Think about it this way. When you bring children into education, you're taking them through curriculum that's been planned out. It's systematized. There's a way that you're making sure that you pretty much know week to week what you're going to be teaching them on. You're measuring them on certain things that you're teaching them on. You're testing them on it. Our system, very much the same. We came from a place where we ran our business traditionally offline, had to learn what felt like a foreign language coming online, and we've been able to put together training within the 3LE team system that's going to help Justin Moore be dad. Now, still be a professional, but still learn how to run your business.
I will tell you this. I loved getting to know Justin and meeting Justin so much. We actually gave him access to the full 3LE system like 3 weeks ago or a couple of weeks ago because he asked me for it. I said, absolutely. I want you to take a look at this thing. He didn't have to partner with 3LE team, guys. This guy can go do whatever he wants. He can go build whatever he wants. All right. I'm like, hey, check out the system. Just shoot me straight. Be honest, right? Because I know how good it is, but I just wanted you to have the insight on that too.
Yeah. And to that point, I mean, so within our system, Justin, you got access before you even said, you were still doing your research. You were still like, are these guys real? What's the company like? What are the products that I'm really going to be marketing?
Do they have a crazy dog that might jump up and in the middle of a webinar?
Let's put away though. So Justin, for you, why did you make the decision to partner? Why did you say 3LE team, like, I want to partner with you. I want to hitch my wagon to Jeunesse Global. Walk us through that process.
Well, I think that first off, just being upfront, the fact that I got access to the system, like, a few days after meeting you, here it is, check it out. Yeah. That was new to me. It wasn't like a big secret of what was, I thought that I didn't, take me 7 months to figure out what the name was. And so I just, I thought that was a really kind of one of those things that was eye-opening for me, is that full transparency. Here it is, But then I think that just as I look through for something that the app and the website and all that stuff to be offered as and all the trainings, it's like, as long as there's something supporting and there's a foundation to come back to and refresh memory and to build upon, I knew that then if the foundation was there, then a framework could be established as well. And then so that for 3LE team, the system is tremendous. And I think that if you're out there looking, you should value the system. The company and the products and the compensation plan for Jeunesse are, they're fantastic. But also value the system and the group that you're a part of, because that's ultimately your foundation, right? And then with Jeunesse, it's just, as you just go through and you look at the products and the fact that the owners take time and the people take time for people to find products that have been studied by doctors, that have been tested and proven and true. It's not just something created necessarily in there. It's just, without going into huge detail and spending a lot of time, it's just that they have taken time to find products that are here to benefit you and that are also relevant to 2020, that health informed, skincare, things like that we all are going to use, right? I mean, everyone's going to put stuff on their face for the rest of the time. Everyone's going to take vitamins, right? I mean, at least some of I know I need to do more of that, but and also too, I think another thing for me with the last thing I would say with Jeunesse is that I knew after looking at the products, I wasn't going to have to go in debt to buy products in order to be successful. And I know that some of you may see, what are you talking about? But, as we can connect more about that, but that's a real thing that sometimes can happen within this industry is that you can spend large amounts of money on products when you necessarily don't have to in order to be successful and help other people build something of significance. So,
yeah. So Justin, for you, what's your vision? What's your vision for this?
Yeah, I mean, my overall vision and just, is I put it on the YouTube channel and just my mission statement, if you want to call it that, is love the process and dream of the outcome. So I think that every time that you are engaged in something, the process isn't always as fun as we think, right? But we have to love it. And then the outcome is having a life that is financially independent. And the only way to get there is to help other people be financially independent as well. And so I just, you just go serve people. I mean, that's my overall vision. I think the rest takes care of itself. But I think that you have to have, some empathy, love, and compassion for people. And then I think there's also accountability within yourself that takes place, if you're being honest, with ourselves, that we have to be a little tough, got to have a little mental toughness. If you got to, maybe power through some things, but ultimately it's about people. So that's my ultimate vision, is love the process and dream of the outcome.
Love it.
Amen. Love the process and dream of the outcome.
You said so many things today. I feel like we could put on a shirt or like a.
I'll tell you
do
this.
People do bumper stickers anymore?
I don't
Is
know.
that a thing?
I'll tell you this right now. If there's anybody, currently that's watching this, probably a lot of you. I never stop taking notes on things. We're partnered with two of the top people in the entire industry in Conversera, and another guy, and an amazing development staff. There's not a lot of teams out there that work personally with the development staff and work personally with the same marketing team that markets Les Brown online. But it was because we always wanted to stay focused on where we wanted to go and always keep dreaming, because what we want to do is we want to impact, we want to influence people. And you're automatically, as an educator and as a principal, impacting young people. You've already been exemplifying all of those things to this point, If there's one thing that you just think the world should know about you, and I always like to put people on the spot here, so I will. What's like one thing about you that's different than maybe most of the world?
Well, I don't know that it's necessarily different than the world, but it's just something that I'll be honest about, is that, man, I'm just a broken person that's had some grace and bestowed in his life, and I think that everyone out there, you've potentially been hoping and praying for something to come along, and you're watching this and everything in your mind is telling you not to click and check out what's going on. But if you've been praying for something, it comes along for a reason, right? So that's just what I would say, is that I'm a normal guy. I'm a broken guy that's been restored through grace. And I'm just, that's it. I'm a dad. I'm pretty basic. I enjoy Chili's. I don't know. This is
the restaurant Chili's.
Both chili and Chili's, whatever. Go for all of it,
Blast from the past. I love it.
Just, that's just people that should know is that, and I love people. I mean, that's what it is. Let's just have a good time and care about people, and the rest takes care of itself. In a global pandemic, if you will, and you're able to be a leader of people, the one thing I would say is that they really don't care how many hours a day they're going to make a kid wear a mask, or, how they're going to eat breakfast. They care about, are you concerned about their well-being? And when you're concerned about their well-being, then they're willing to run through brick walls for the whole organization. So,
dude, now I think you probably already answered this several different times. What keeps you going? What makes you tick? Tell us exactly what it is. What's your why?
Yeah, it's my little boy is the big one, right? Simon Sinek has a great book that says start with why. And when you find your why, your what has more meaning than you ever thought possible.
Amen.
And I think that, and I'll put it down in the video link here. I got a link to a guy called Michael Jr., and he talks about finding your why. And he asks a guy to sing Amazing Grace. The guy sings Amazing Grace and, goes through it kind of whatever. And then the guy, he says, well, now I want you to sing Amazing Grace and just think that your uncle just beat cancer, your dad got out of jail, and your mom just got her first job. And, and the guy just goes after it. So when you find your why, your what has more meaning than you ever thought possible. Man, my why is my son, my relationship with God. And, if you're not on here, you're not religious and spiritual, that's fine too. Hey, we're open for everybody, but that's just my story. And so, that's my why. That's why I keep going every day.
Hey guys, if you're watching this for the first time and you're saying, I don't even know how I came across this live stream, and you're serious about this, if you know the person that invited you, I recommend you contact them. If you just want to be in business with Justin, leave a comment, reach out to him, because I'm telling you guys this right now. People that lead at the level that he leads and the dream that he has so many ripple effects that it can affect so many families, thousands of them, millions of them for generations to come, because he was willing to take a stand for his life, to put meaning all around him so that he could stand for something, and to go out there and just desire to have more and be humble enough to accept that it takes grace to have those things. And, I've met thousands of people in this industry. Haven't met very many of them like this guy. And so, Justin, I want to let you know, just man to man, I'm very, very, very blessed to partner and work with you. And I cannot wait to get this thing going, because you're going to grow very quickly. You're going to help a lot of people grow very quickly. And I can't wait for you to come out to Omaha, for us to come down there and just want to shake your hand, throw a hug on you. And I just love the guy that you are. And it's going to be a fun time. Okay?
Yeah, sounds great. We'll go to Chili's.
We go to Chili's. Do we need to get reservation at Chili's? We got to get reservation.
Justin, for anyone checking this out, and even for you, like I would be interested to know, what are you excited about? This is your launch. What are you excited about for next steps? Because already, guys, here's what's cool about this.
Yep.
Justin has already been taking action. Like, he's doing things in the background that are setting him up for success in his business. So Justin, what are you excited about? And we'll let you take us out.
Oh man. Well, I'm excited to just grow my capacity on the online piece of this, with Facebook content, YouTube, automation with prospecting. I'm excited to have platforms and ways to share my story. I mean, I think that there's a story to be shared, and it's not from a place of arrogance or overconfidence, from a place of humility that says, I think that the story needs to be shared so that people can say, if this guy can do it, anybody can do it. And I think that, that's just kind of how I feel. And I think that there's a lot of people, a lot of you guys out there right now who might be hurting, and you might not believe in yourself, but there is something inside of all of us that can inspire you to greatness. It's a Latin phrase called magnanimitas, and it talks about being greatness in spirit. So we all have magnanimitas inside of us. That's a Bill Curry, old football coach. So it's not mine. So he trademarked that one. But yeah, that's just what I want people to know, is that you're connecting with people. It's online, but it's still people. And this is the 21st century. Be online, connect with people, and just seek mentorship, and seek people. Last thing I would say is seek people who have fruit on the tree, right? If you're getting advice from someone who doesn't have fruit on the tree, that means the roots aren't deep. And so you got to take advice from someone else. So that's what I got. It's been awesome. So,
hey guys, I can't wait for you guys to get to know Justin more as we go on. If you're in the current existing 3LE Team Global, and I'm more excited for the people that are going to partner with you and work with you, because you're going to bless their lives a ton. And hey, that's all I've got, guys. Okay, so we just wanted to show the world who Justin is and why we're so excited to partner with him. And we're going to go do some really, really fun, cool, big things with this guy and locked arm in arm over the next 12 months. So you guys you can either watch it happen or you can be a part of it. That's totally your call, okay? But it's going to happen either way. We believe in you.
Awesome. See you guys.
See you guys.
Have a good day.